Well, we're going to show you simply multiplying or creating fractions could work. You could do either way. In this example, you see it says 145%, so it's larger than 100. You know, when we did the bar diagram in the previous example, it was easy to use. It was out of 100%. So we can show you another way for doing this, simply just by multiplying. And we notice here that it says that the word of in math, it means multiplication. Well, in this sentence, I have the word of right here. That basically means you're going to multiply these two numbers. In order to multiply, you have to take the percent out of there. You can't multiply with a percent sign. So what do? We put a decimal at the end, and when I don't want a percent, I move it twice away from the percent sign. It's the same as multiplying by 100. You would get the exact same answer, but this is a shortcut. Now I can multiply 145 by 320. You can do your work on the side here. And I'm going to show you another way. I'm not going to work the whole thing out. I'm just going to give you the answer because of time. But you should be able to multiply and get the answer. Let me show you a different way to do this as well. Let's say you're like, oh, I don't want to make it into a decimal. Well, you can put 145 over 100 as a fraction. That's another way to do it. Create a fraction. We're showing you multiple ways of solving math. And that's the beauty of it, is you can do any which way and it still all works out the same. Remember, you can always create a fraction by putting it over 100 if it's a percent. And then you could simplify this fraction. It simplifies to 29 over 20. Then you would simply multiply that because the word of, boop, you drop that. It means to multiply. And then you do 320. And you make that into fraction form without changing the value. So you put a 1. And then you can cross cancel here. 20 goes into 20 one time and 20 goes into 320 16 times. Then it's just about multiplying straight across. 29 times 16. You could do the math on the side. It gives you 464. Okay? The same can be said about 320 times 1 and 45 hundredths. When you multiply this, you would get 1600 on the top. 5 times 0 is 0, 5 times 2 is 10, 5 times 3 is 15, plus 1 is 16. Put a 0, move over to the next number, and you can move over here as well. 4 times 0 is 0, 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 3 is 12. Put 2 zeros, move over 1, 2 to this one. Now you should have 1 times 0, 1 times 2, and then 1 times 3. Adding it all up should give you 0, 0, 8 plus 6 is 14. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5, and then this one here is a 6. Basically, you get 464. Well, there's a lot of zeros, but don't worry, my friend. There's 2 numbers after the decimal, so you go to the back, and you go 1, 2, decimal. I don't need a bunch of zeros. You have nothing there. So you can drop those zeros and just have 464, no different than when you did here. Question is, which method will you use? A lot of kids like fractions. They like to do this, and they don't mind cross-canceling. A lot of kids say, no way, Jose. I will just multiply the 2 numbers and find an answer. I don't really want to work with fractions. The great thing is, it doesn't matter which way you do it. You'll get the same answer either way. So my question to you is, which do you prefer? Fractions or simply multiplying it?